Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Karkadash, and the Heavenly Father, true names Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. The Rosh Hashanah will tell and I say Barak Thon to the elders and apostles, Akim, Akwa, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news updates as of Wednesday morning, December 10th, 2025, on this Wednesday morning. And this is a M.O.T.B news updates, and this is from the AI overview for Google.com. And this is for the recent news of the central digital bank currency, as we've been seeing more and more pushing of the security of the central digital bank currency of the nations. Should they choose, the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, or continue to use the central digital bank currency, as we're seeing, the CBC plot, the CBC trial, the CBC test, more pushing of the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, more pushing of the central digital bank currency, more pushing of the digital dollar, the digital currency, the digital money, the digital coins, as we see more pushing of that as well too. And as we know it, the paper dollar, the printed dollar and the paper dollar and physical coins is going to be the thing of the past. That's going to be turned into digital coin and digital currency and the digital dollar. The more pushing of the cross-border payments, which is going to be digital, that's going to be online and offline. That's going to lead the road to the M.O.T.B, which is recorded in the book of Revelations 13, verse 16 to verse 18. And we're seeing that being pushed on a daily basis. So I just want to add a side note to that. And it says, in recent news, the central bank digital currencies of the CBDC focus heavy on political debate in the U.S., where a federal ban has stalled, and international developments, including a new IMF framework and Norway's decision not to recommend implementation at this point. It says U.S. developments, efforts to ban the U.S. central digital bank currency are ongoing, amiding a significant political discussion. The legislation stalled. The Anti-Central Digital Bank Currency Surveillance State Act, which passed in July 2025 to prevent the reserve from creating a digital dollar, has stalled and has yet to be approved by Senate. Kind of surprised. It says the NDAA, amending Congressman Keith Self proposed a amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, to include a full ban on federal testing or issuance of a U.S. central digital currency. The House leadership reportedly fails to keep promise to include its language in the main bill, prompting the amendment push. Political division. Republicans mainly largely oppose a federal central digital currency, citing concerns of a government surveillance and individual finance privacy. President Donald Trump in January 2025 executive order prohibited the federal agencies from advancing the central digital currency, but lawmakers are seeking to permit a statutory ban that a future administration could not easily reverse. International news. Globally, research a pivoting continues through the pace varies by country. The IMF guidance. The International Monetary Fund has released a new framework and is developing a handbook to guide central banks on the technical operation and policy challenges of the launch of the central digital bank currencies. The IMF is involved in over 30 central digital bank currency initiatives worldwide. Norway stance. Norway's central bank, or Norwich Bank, has stated it does not currently recommend the introduction of the central digital bank currency, concluding it is not warrant to maintain their ready, efficient, and security payment system at this time. The European Central Bank, the ECB. The European Central Bank continues to advance the Digital Euro project with a plot expected in 2027 and a potential issuance as early as 2029, pending necessary legislation. China's progress. The Digital Yuan ECNY remains a larger central digital currency plot, reaches a transaction volume nearly 1 trillion in June 2024 across various sectors. the Bank of England, the BOI, the BOE. The BOE is a design phase of the potential digital pound and seeking input to businesses on how UK's central digital currency could add value. It's the book of Revelations. It's the book of Revelations 13 verse 16. And it calls of all, both small and great, which are poor for their bonds to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FREHEDS. Right, so the pushing of the digital RFID chip, that's going to be part of digital finance in order for you to buy or sell. That's why we're seeing all the countries and nations, businesses, and companies leaning towards that direction. Revelations 13 verse 17, that no man might buy or sell, say that he hath the charagma, or the name of the BAST, or the numbers name, right? This BAST modern day system, economical system that we're 100% fully entering into. That's why we're seeing more and more pushing of digital currency, the digital dollar, and the digital coins as well too, because that's going to transform into the pushing of the digital RFID chip that they want to implant inside of your body. That's going to be taken towards all these different countries around the world, and all these businesses, these companies, and your everyday citizen around the world as well too. Even if you're upper class, lower class, of the economical spectrum, as we lean that towards that direction. Even though it might be up and down, because we're seeing some other nations not fully prepared to showcase the central digital currency. That's why they've been doing the wholesales, the CBC plot, the CBC trial, CBC tests, and more discussions about security concerns, about financial wise, the privacy of their currency, But once that gets settled, as I mentioned it numerous of times, once that gets settled, they're gonna fully choose the pushing of the digital dollar. That's part of the central digital currency, or the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and all that's world gonna lead to the pushing of the M.O.T.B. This Neuralink, this nanotechnology, that's gonna be part of finance as well too. And the cross-border payments, offline and online, is gonna be part of finance as well too. And the Neuralink, the nanotechnology, the brain chip, and the digital RFID chip, all that's going to lead to the world to the M.O.T.B. Revelations 13 verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the BEST, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, 303 score SIX." Right, the son of perdition in Second Thessalonians, and it's in his system as well too, which they're pushing for. So with that, hopefully this sit down, that's what's edifying of the M.O.T.B news updates as of December the 10th, 2025 on Monday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Makakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, although I spoke tongue, and I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Ma'akwaf. Until next time, I would say Shalom.